welcome back. Marianne DeNovellis here with the Six Figure Mastermind. Today we're going to be teaching you how to measure customer satisfaction and customer loyalty. You want them to keep coming back. We're going to show you how to track it. Stay tuned. There's really 5 ways to measure your customer satisfaction and your customer loyalty. They're 2 different things. Customer satisfaction means I'm really happy with my purchase. Loyalty means I'll purchase it again and even recommend it to my friends. There's 5 major ways to actually track your customer satisfaction and your customer loyalty. The first and probably the easiest way is to do a survey. Now, if you're in business for yourself, you've got kind of a tracking system with your leads and your lists and a history of purchases from your customers. You've got all of that in a system so that you can send out an email survey to track your progress with your business. In your survey, you're going to want to ask specific questions. Ask them about how their delivery of their product went. Ask them about their results. Ask them about what they felt like and what the experience was like working with you or one of your representatives. Any information that you can gather about your customer experience is powerful information and will influence the results of your business. And always make sure to ask if they would recommend your business to someone else. That's going to be one of the greatest dipsticks into the measurement of your loyalty of your customers if they're willing to share their content with someone else. If they are, that means that they would endorse your product. That means that they would put their name on it if it was theirs. For me personally, I am very, very picky about who I recommend to someone else because that reflects on me. And your customers, they feel the same way. So if your customers are willing to recommend your product or service to someone else, that says a lot about your business. The first one, surveys. The second way to track your customer satisfaction and their loyalty is to look at your results. Check your results. Keep a track record of how much money you're bringing in, how many customers you have, and keep a record of this over time on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, and on a quarterly basis, and of course, on an annual basis so that you have records to compare one against another. If you have a week that was really, really powerful and super strong and really, really successful, you're going to want to know what you did that week so you can make the next week just as powerful and build upon that. So be tracking your results. Track how many customers look for you. Track how many customers are finding you. If you have your own website, there's something called a pixel that you install on your website in conjunction, especially if you're using Facebook ads, that will give you all of that information. So if you're running Facebook ads, make sure you've got a website with a pixel that's talking to Facebook. It's not a pixel that you'd imagine that like you see on the screen, like a pixelated image. It's a different definition of a pixel, but it does take in all that information and will give it to you so that you can make sure that you're running most effective advertisements and find the best customers and the best loyalties you possibly can. One of my favorite ways to track loyalty and customer satisfaction is by asking the customer how they found out about us. And you can do this in a survey. You can do it when you're talking to the customer in person. You can even do it if you have a booth at some kind of event. How did you hear about us? Maybe the first time they heard about you is just because you put an ad out there, or because they saw your booth, or because they saw you walking down the street, or maybe they found you on YouTube. You're going to want to find out how they found you because that is going to be valuable information for where you need to put your marketing efforts. If many of your customers are finding you through YouTube, you're going to want to do more on YouTube and find more customers through YouTube because it's a successful avenue for you. If many of your customers are finding you through a friend or a referral, you're going to want to put a lot of stock into what your referral program is doing that's working and try and replicate it. So find out how your customers are finding you. On that note, if you're in business for yourself, I would highly, highly recommend creating a refer a friend program. Now, I was working with a lot of photographers recently, and one specific photographer said something that I absolutely love. She has a very specific client base because she photographs children and infants and babies. She does a lot of that photography work. So most of her clients, while she photographs babies, most of the clients are actually the moms of the babies. Go figure, right? The babies aren't doing the transactions. It's the moms. The moms are loving the photography. They're loving their image work. And she has created the Refer a Friend program called Circles of Friends. Her Circles of Friends program creates a bonus discount for any mom who either wants to be in a circle of friends or wants to be an ambassador of a circle of friends, and gives the referring mom a discount or bonus product for her services. So if you have a Refer a Friends program that will allow you to spread your message, use it. If you have a program that you have the ability to offer bonus discounts or bonus product or bonus time, use it as a reward for them referring more people to you. It looks great for you because you're giving extra bonus to your clients, and it's really helpful for your clients because they're receiving extra value for what you provided to them already and for their message to spread your influence. One of my favorite ways, and the final way to get really great measurements on customer satisfaction and customer loyalty, is to use Facebook groups. For every business that you open up a Facebook page and open up a connected Facebook group. I once joined an app very recently, actually, that was a tracking app for measuring my body measurements and measuring weight and measuring, how the health is going in your overall body. And when I joined the app, there was an extra tag at the end that says, hey, come join us in our Facebook community. Come join the conversation on our group. Celebrate everyone's successes. Help answer questions that people may have about the app and give us some feedback on how our app is doing. So I totally joined the group, and now I get daily notifications and daily updates from that group. Whenever someone posts, there's an update on my phone that tells me that either they had a question or they wanted to give some feedback or they are celebrating their success or asking for some advice. That community is more than just what the app had to offer. The app itself, it only is a tracking system for numbers. All it tracks is numbers, is weight, is body mass index. It also does take photographs so you can see your progress. It's a brilliant app. I love using it, but the Facebook community is so valuable. And the reason it's valuable to me as a client is because I get live touches with other people that are in a like-minded community that are also using what I'm using. As an administrator, I run several Facebook groups. I have several Facebook communities for each one of my income streams that I do. I have a Facebook group for my product in my jewelry business. I have a Facebook group for you guys for the 6-figure mastermind. I have a Facebook group for the speaker training that I do. I run all of these Facebook groups, and I'm continually taking little bits and pieces of each and every single Facebook group and finding out what the customers like, what they want, what they need, and what I can do to better serve them. Be a part of the conversation. So you've got those 5 things. You've got your surveys. Send those out. Send them frequently, especially after a customer makes a purchase. Make sure you're tracking your results. Track weekly, monthly, daily, even hourly if you do a lot of business. Ask your customers how they found you and find out where you need to focus your attention in finding more of the same kind of customers. Create a referral program so that your clients, when they refer a friend, they can get a bonus, their friend can get a bonus, and you can increase your customer base. Use those Facebook groups. Use them to find out what your clients are saying, use them to get feedback, and use them to increase the quality of your products. You can thereby increase your loyalty. Okay, you've got everything you need. You've got all the dials and the spreadsheets and the tools, all that put together. I want to know what your bonus is for your customers. How do you keep your customers coming back to you? Drop a comment in the comments below. Let's get this mastermind rolling, and I'll see you tomorrow.